Good morning. I am Hiro Naito. Weather looks really nice today, but weather forecaster calling it might be getting windy this afternoon. I'll see. But anyway, today I would like to use this guy. Yeah, popping bait. I started how to start a popping bait already. This is second time among those 3 sessions I'm talking about. Do you remember what I was talking about in the first section? Because talking about the popping bait strength is creating a baitfish sound, escaping baitfish sound or almost dying baitfish sound on the surface. Either way, the sound created by baitfish is really important. Today, I'm going to talk about a little bit different kind of sound. It's called chugging sound. It is more of a feeding sound of bass. I'm going to explain why that feeding sound create more strikes. Well, so stick around. As I think about the tackle setup, I need to think about the type of the water I'm fishing today. There are many overhanging limbs which I need to cast under of it. There are also many stick-ups and hard cover. I will be making tight cast. With these conditions on my mind, short rod became my first choice. So I picked Calypso SJ1. For fishing lure, the best match for this style of fishing is always Daiwa Steed CT. As for the selection of the line, I might need extra casting distance for some of overhanging limb. Therefore, I selected the 15-pound test HIROism cranking line. And lure is my favorite choice of popper, P60. Loop knot is used to maximize the performance of the lure. I always talk about 3 most important elements to catch bass, which is 1. Zone, 2. Retrieve speed, and 3 is lure action. Today's topic of sound has same importance as the third element. So please think third element as action and sound. The reason for this is action is coming from visual effect to create a reaction bite. The sound effect will create reaction bite also. According to my 3 most important elements, I need to think about speed before action or sound. But today's topic is popper type lure. So I felt understanding different types of the sound I can create using the same lure is very important to understand at the beginning. I felt it might be easier to understand how to set up lure retrieve speed at next step up level. I will talk about combining various retrieve speed and change of action or sound altogether. I got one! Oh, came off. It was a good strike. Got him back again. Yeah. Thank you. Come this way. One foot at the mouth came off. この下に1本刺さってる。よいしょ。Got you. ほら。One hook at the mouth came off. One hook under the jaw holding this fish for me. Thank you. Goodbye. He came up twice for me. The first time strike was so good. I don't understand how I missed it. But I am glad he took my lure again. Yeah. Sound like a boom is called chugging sound, which is a feeding sound created by predator fish. The best way to create good chugging sound is to use slower rod stroking speed, but pull a little longer distance instead. Certainly you can create chugging sound with any popping lure you select, but I know I can do a little bit different. Special thing with popper P60. When popper is at rest, it is pointing upward. When I pull it, the lure will bow down and the cap of the lure will catch water. When that happens, P60 will roll half turn. That will make backside facing bottom and belly side facing to the sky. This will make two good interesting points. First, because the lure roll half turn, bass looking bottom side of popper, now suddenly looking the back side of color. This quick color change will create reaction bite. The second point is, because the lure rotate half turn, upper side of the cap are now become lower side. Because upper side extend little more than lower side, it will create more diving power, which will make lure to dive little extra. This extra depth is very useful. Let me tell you from my experience. When I can do this roll maneuver, I can create the best chugging sound also. Please try it yourself to see what I am talking about. That was good! Oh, this bass might react to the chugging sound I made at the beginning. Thank you coming up to see. It was a good strike. Thank you. Goodbye. It was an ideal way to me. I created a good chugging sound at first, then several popping sound and the hesitation of the lure ended up that strike. It was an ideal way building up to the strike. Make one good chugging sound here. I am sure the chugging sound I just made got the attention from bass nearby. I have caught many bass with chugging sound, but to me, the chugging sound always increases the odds for following popping action. The combination of two different sounds I produce make me feel I am maximizing the potential of popper with my rod work. This makes my catch more enjoyable. It is not just producing popping sound from the beginning and waiting something to happen. It is just like I am building up for my strike point. I would like to talk about why I put so much emphasis on chugging sound. I know there are days I don't have any difficulty on catching bass with artificial bait. It is like catching one after the other. But these days are very rare. When I take a look on statistics, more than 90% of fish under the water have negative feeding mood. Using artificial bait makes it even harder. To me, some of the strengths on using artificial bait for bass are like stimulating curiosity, instinct, competitiveness, reaction, and so on. Think about this. If there is a bass always fed well and now sees inside cover for safety, this bass will not come out from the cover to eat until she gets hungry again. But if she hears a chugging sound nearby, she will look the direction where the chugging sound is coming from. If it is nearby and when the lure starts creating popping sound or movement, she might react to it from reaction, competitiveness, and so on. This is the strength on using artificial lure for bass. But in order to produce this type strike, two different types of sound need to be combined. This is more of offensive style fishing. It is not just waiting for something to happen. It is more like make it happen. This is a road for anglers to step up from beginners to intermediate or even to expert angler. I thought the first step of using popper type lure is to understanding popping sound and be able to reproduce popping sound and movement. Then next step is understanding different sound I can produce with popper to stimulate bass nearby and increase the odd of striking ratio with combination of different type of sound and movement. What is absolutely necessary is to use them properly. There are no set rules about when to use. Of course, I use it more when I feel fishing activities are slow, but it is not decided by the weather temperature, wind, nor rain factor. When to use it is when I feel like that. It is more of intuition. When I deal with bass longer, I feel better when to use it. When I feel I need it now, I just put chugging sound in my retrieve. I can wait a little while after chugging sound or keep moving my lure right after chugging sound is made. Some case, I will pull even longer to make my popper dive deeper and give several twitching actions before it starts floating back. I have seen many bass reacted very well with this approach also. It really depends on what type of strike factor I am trying to produce. I can't see all the bass in the water, so I just believe in my thought and execute that with my confidence. Many times this confidence and mental strength are very important to keep doing what I believe in. Keep doing this, sooner or later, there will be a bass to react on my presentation. At that time, my confidence factor will go up lots. Catching bass with my strategy, it will give me strong confidence and no hesitation to do it. Got a good one. Whoosh! Thank you. Hola! Nice one came up for me. Thank you, I love this. 楽しいね、やっぱりね。Goodbye. Grow up bigger. Take care. Got one. Great. Oh, 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 なかなかそこそこ。This might be a nice size. Thank you. Oh, no, 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 don't go that way. Come this way. ほら。いや、ありがとう。Thank you. It is nice size. I am glad. 嬉しいね。ギリギリだったでも。よいしょ。よいしょ。ほら。いいよね、これ。Thank you. Take care of yourself. See you again. Bye bye. I am glad catching this size. As weather forecaster predicted, it's getting a little bit windier. I'm pretty sure they will bite. This is not too windy yet, but I think the biggest reason today's bite is so slow is water level is dropping more than a foot since last time I came here. That water drop is really the one causing bass to move out. So I couldn't catch fish in a shallow range as I expected today. But I had a good time and had fun. How did you like today's segment of starting using popper? And this is second time. And today's topic was using a chugging sound. Chugging sound itself is not really creating many strikes, but that sound really get the attention from bass and set up the next stage. After chugging sound, if you switch to popping sound, that's the one. Fish might come up. Without your chugging sound ahead of it, that bass may not came up to your bait to begin with. So next time, try using a chugging sound a little bit, combined with a popping sound. When you start doing it, I am very sure you'll catch more fish. Next time, it's gonna be a third level, combining everything, including speed. So see you next time. Bye now.